Rolling into 3 and heading for turn 4. Randy Lyons and Mike Harrison will try it again. Green flag is out. Better start this time. Randy Lyons on the inside. Mike Harrison on the outside. Driving off into turn 1, heading for 2. It's Mike Harrison on the top side. Randy Lyons on the inside. Ryan Unzicker on the inside is third. Jay Ledford is fourth. Trouble over in turn 4. Mike Harrison looped around. Looks like some sheet metal damage on the 7 of Ryan Unzicker. Cole, Lucas Waymiller, Scott Haig, and Randy Lyons and Mike Harrison at the back. Into turn 4, looking for the green. Green flag is out. Ryan Unzicker and Jay Ledford underneath the flag stand, heading for turn 1. It's Unzicker on the inside, Ledford on the outside. Here comes Ryan Thomas up in the 3rd spot. Clippinger takes a peek to the inside of Jason Hastings. Mark Grosvenor's right there in the 6th spot. Out of turn 4, coming past the flag stand the first time. It's Ryan Unzicker up top. Jay Ledford in the 2nd spot. Down along the inside, it's Ryan Thomas, then Jason Hastings. Mark Grosvenor working on that top side. Don't look now, but here comes the 24H of Mike Harrison down the backstretch. Into turn 4. Now out of turn 4, it's Ryan Unzicker up top. Jay Ledford in 2nd. Ryan Thomas in 3rd. Mark Grosvenor making that top line work. He's got Mike Harrison coming with him on it. Mike Harrison coming with him on the outside. Down the backstretch, it's Ryan Unzicker, your leader. Jay Ledford in 2nd, Ryan Thomas in 3rd, Mark Grosvenor contact with the wall over in turn 4. Mike Harrison splits them as they come by the flag stand. It's Hastings on the inside for 4th. Mike Harrison on the move. He's now up into the 4th spot, busting that cushion down on the top side. It's Unzicker, your leader. Ryan Thomas takes a peek to the left, to the inside of Jay Ledford as they come out of turn 4. Mike Harrison on the move from the back of the pack. Don't look now, but here comes the 18L of Randy Lyons into contention. It's still Ryan Unzicker hugging the Uke tires with the lead. Ryan Thomas now up into 2nd. Here comes the 24H of Mike Harrison on the top side. Out of turn 4, it's Ryan Unzicker still up top. Mike Harrison on a mission here. He's now up in the 6th spot. He's challenged Ryan Thomas for 2nd as they come down the backstretch. Mike Harrison from the back to the 2nd spot, putting on a show here in the heat race action. It's Ryan Unzicker, your leader. He's going to have heavy pressure shortly because here comes Mike Harrison. He's up into the 2nd spot. Ryan Thomas is right there 3rd. Jay Ledford is 4th. Randy Lyons to the top side 5th. Harrison slips up coming out of 3. Thomas dives to the inside, takes a 2nd spot back. Out of turn 4, it's still Ryan Unzicker, your leader. Ryan Thomas is 2nd. Trouble over in turn 2. T.J. Frazier looped around over in turn 2. Mike Norris, what about that?
What about that? Fairbury Speedway is Mike Harrison human.
Into 3, rolling for turn 4, looking for the green. 4 laps remain, green flag out. Ryan Unzicker off to a good start as they come past the flag stand and head to turn 1. Harrison on the outside, Unzicker on the inside. It's still, they're right together side by side as they roll down the back straightaway. Mike Harrison on the top side, Ryan Unzicker on the inside. Then it's Ryan Thomas, Jay Ledford, Randy Lyons, and Jason Hastings. Mike Harrison to the front, new race leader as they roll down the front stretch. Heading for the back stretch, it's the 24H up top. Caution's out. Caution's out. Looks like we've got debris somewhere on the speedway.
Of 4 should be Funberry. Here we go.
3 to go, top 4 to the A main. Green flag is out. Unzicker and Harrison underneath the flag stand, heading for turn 1. It's Unzicker on the inside. Ryan Thomas takes a peek, looked to go 3 wide, thought better of it. Harrison on the outside takes the lead. Ryan Unzicker on the inside. Ryan Thomas, Randy Lyons, and Jay Ledford battling it out for that 4th and final transfer spot. It's Mike Harrison on the high side with the lead. Ryan Unzicker is hanging right there with him on that low side. Ryan Thomas is 3rd. Randy Lyons on the outside, battling out for Jay Ledford for that 4th and final transfer spot. Then it's Jason Hastings in 6th. Laps winding down here in Summit Racing Heat Race number 1. It's Mike Harrison and Ryan Unzicker putting on a show here in Heat Race number 1. Ryan Thomas is right there in 3rd. Randy Lyons takes a peek to the outside of Thomas as they roll down the back straightaway. It's Mike Harrison in front. Checkered flag in the air. It's Mike Harrison in front. Ryan Unzicker is 2nd. Looks like Ryan Thomas was 3rd, Randy Lyons 4th, and Jay Ledford 5th. In a thriller, Mike Harrison from the back of the field to the front here in heat race number 1. Mike Norris, I tell you what, we said the 24H was going to be one to watch here tonight, and I think he relieved all doubts there.
Well, he was a little PO'd, if you will. What a run for the driver to Highland, Illinois. Race fans, put your hands together. The AggressiveGraphics.com car. car number 24, Mike Harrison. Good run for Ryan Unzicker as well. He'll come home second. Top 4 to the A main.
To the B mains. Into turn 4, looking for the green. Green flag is out. Tate Davenport off to a good start. Rich Dawson on the inside. Then it's Jeffrey Ledford, the 1S of Brian Shaw, and Casey Strock up on the outside. In between them, it's Danny Schwartz. Now making a move on the inside, it's Gary Bentley and Logan Rogers. Past the flag stand the first time, it's Tate Davenport, your leader. Rich Dawson in second. Jeffrey Ledford rides in third. Brian Shaw in fourth. Trouble. Logan Rogers looped around on the exit of turn 2, and that will bring out the caution. The 18 of Tate Davenport off to a good start there. Had a couple of car lengths lead over the 80 of Rich Dawson and the 18L of Jeffrey Ledford. Appreciate Brian Shaw. He's been running with this series for many years. Appreciate Brian and the crew for joining us here tonight. Green flag is back out. Tate Davenport drives it off into turn 1 on the inside. Then it's Rich Dawson, Brian Shaw up into third, Jeffrey Ledford fourth, Danny Schwartz fifth, Casey Schrock sixth, Gary Bentley seventh. Coming out of turn 4, it's Tate Davenport up top, Rich Dawson in second. Brian Shaw takes a peek to the outside of Rich Dawson as they head into turn 2 and roll up the backstretch. Jeffrey Ledford working that top side. Brian Shaw right ahead of him. Into 3, heading for 4. It's Tate Davenport, your leader. Rich Dawson in second. Brian Shaw third. Jeffrey Ledford fourth. Danny Schwartz on the outside of Casey Schrock. Down the backstretch they go. It's Tate Davenport, your leader. Rich Dawson in second. Jeffrey Ledford working on the wheel, trying to get that third spot from Brian Shaw. Out of turn 4, Tate Davenport up top. Rich Dawson in second. Brian Shaw third. Jeffrey Ledford working on that top side, trying to get by that 1S. Down the backstretch they race. It's still Tate Davenport in front. Trouble over in turn between 1 and 2. It's Chris Cole looped around over in 1 and 2, and that will bring out the caution.
Tough break for the 18 out of Pontiac. The phenom, Jeffrey Ledford, had just got by Brian. 2x2 now. Should be fun with 6 to go here at Heat 2.
Here we go again. Green flag back out. Tate Davenport definitely good on those restarts here tonight. He's back up top, bringing Rich Dawson with him. Brian Shaw takes a peek to the outside of Dawson as they roll down the backstretch. Here comes Jeffrey Ledford turning up the heat on the outside. It's Tate Davenport in front. Rich Dawson a closer second. Jeffrey Ledford on the outside third. Brian Shaw back to fourth. Rich Dawson is right there with Tate Davenport down the backstretch. Rich Dawson takes a peek to the inside of Davenport. Here comes Jeffrey Ledford on the outside. Coming out of turn 4, it's still Tate Davenport, your leader. Rich Dawson taking a look to the inside as they head into turn 1. Jeffrey Ledford working that top side. Down the backstretch they race. It's Tate Davenport in front, but here comes Jeffrey Ledford on the outside. Jeffrey Ledford is right there with Tate Davenport coming out of turn 4. It's Davenport, your leader. Jeffrey Ledford is right there on the back bumper of Tate Davenport. Into 2, heading down the backstretch. Davenport moves up a bit, tries to block the 18L. 18L dives to the inside. It's Davenport and Ledford right there, side by side, coming out of turn 4. Rich Dawson is right there in third. Brian Shaw is in fourth. Caution's out. Caution. Neil Martin slowed over in down the backstretch and brought out the caution.
What would James Essex say, race fans? Please stay green.
Shaw, Danny Schwartz. Into 3. Rolling into 4. Looking for the green. Green flag is back out. We're underway here in Hypercoil Springs, heat race number 2. It's Tate Davenport on the top side now. Jeffrey Ledford dives to the inside, takes a peek as they roll down the back straightaway. Tate Davenport in front. Jeffrey Ledford is right there alongside in second. Rich Dawson is third. Danny Schwartz up into the 4th and final transfer spot as they come past the flag stand. It's still Tate Davenport and Jeffrey Ledford battling it out for the top spot. Rich Dawson in third. Danny Schwartz in 4th. Alan Sipp now up to challenge Brian Shaw for the 5th spot. 1 lap remains here in heat race number 2. It's Tate Davenport and Jeffrey Ledford. Davenport slips up coming out of turn 2. He's able to keep it together and hold on to the top spot. Into 3, heading for 4. Side by side coming out of turn 4. Jeffrey Ledford on the inside. Tate Davenport on the outside. Caution's out. Caution's out. Alan Stipp looped around over in turn 2.
We still got 2 more to go, Barry. Bring us home.
Rolling into 3, heading for turn 4, looking for the green. We're back underway here in heat race number 2. Tate Davenport on the top side. Jeffrey Ledford digging on the inside, trying to get that top position. It's Tate Davenport in front. Jeffrey Ledford is right there in second. Danny Schwartz takes a peek to the outside of Rich Dawson. Checkered flag in the air. Jeffrey Ledford. Rich Dawson looked like slipped by. No, they're going to give it to Tate Davenport second. Rich Dawson third. Brian Shaw around Danny Schwartz to pick up the fourth and final transfer spot.
Illinois backstretch. He gets the job done. The phenom, Jeffrey Ledford. All right, good one there. Second went to Tate Davenport, the Paducah, Kentucky driver. Third to Richie Dawson in car number 80. And Brian Shaw, as you mentioned, picks up the transfer spot as he squeaked by the 21 of Danny Schwartz. So there's your 4 transfers right there to your winner in car 18, Jeffrey Ledford.
Four, heading into 3, looking for the green this time by. We're racing here in heat race number 3, sponsored by Fast Shafts. Mike McKinney off to a good start. Side by side, Trent Young and Josh Harris, 3 wide down the back straightaway. Trent Young takes a peek to the inside. He's looking for the top spot. Mike McKinney on the outside, Trent Young on the inside. Then it's Josh Harris, Stephen Brooks. Josh Harris up into the wall in turn 4, gets it back together and back underway. Side by side, going down the back stretch, it's Mike McKinney on the high side, Trent Young on the inside, the 10 wide to the point. Trent Young, your leader, but Mike McKinney is right there on the outside. Stephen Brooks in third, Bob Pullman in the 4th. Past the flag stand, they roll side by side, heading into turn 1. Mike McKinney on the high side, Trent Young on the inside. Then it's Stephen Brooks, and Bob Pullman is right there in that 4th and final transfer spot. Side by side, still for the top spot. Trent Young digging on the inside. Mike McKinney working on the outside. Stephen Brooks in 3rd. Bob Pullman in 4th. It's Donovan Lodge in 5th. Will Krupp in 6th. Josh Harris back in 7th. Still side by side out of turn 4. The 10Y of Trent Young and the 96M of Mike McKinney going at it here in heat race number 3. Stephen Brooks right along the inside 3rd. Bob Pullman 4th. Trent Young to the top. Mike McKinney is hanging with him on that high side. Stephen Brooks 3rd, Bob Pullman still hanging on to that 4th and final transfer spot. Trent Young on the inside, still Mike McKinney. Mike McKinney with a run off of turn 2 as they roll down the back straightaway. It's Mike McKinney on the outside, Trent Young on the inside, then Stephen Brooks, Bob Pullman, Donovan Lodge, and Josh Harris, Jeff Curl, and Will Krupp 3 wide for that 6th spot. Down the back straightaway, Mike McKinney with another run as they roll down the back straightaway. It's the 96M to the point. Dives to the inside, tries to block the 10Y as they come out of turn 4. Mike McKinney, your leader, now has about 2 or 3 car lengths on the 10Y of Trent Young. Stephen Brooks in 3rd, Bob Pullman in 4th. Jeff Curl up the inside in 5th. Josh Harris on the outside 6th. Down the back straightaway they go. Trent Young takes a peek to the inside, trying to get it back even with the 96M as they roll out of turn 4. Trent Young on the inside, Mike McKinney on the outside. 2 laps remain here in heat race number 3. It's Mike McKinney on the high side. Trent Young, they've been battling it out from the start. McKinney with a run again as they roll down the backstretch. Mike McKinney up top. Trent Young second. Stephen Brooks third. Bob Pullman fourth. Josh Harris trying to get around Pullman for that 4th and final transfer spot. 1 lap remains here in heat race number 3. Mike McKinney, your leader. Trent Young on the inside. Then it's Stephen Brooks and Bob Pullman. Jeff Curl looking for that 4th and final transfer spot with Josh Harris coming out of turn 4. It's the 96M of Mike McKinney. Trent Young dives to the inside. Mike McKinney by 3 3/4 inches. Trent Young was second. Stephen Brooks was third. Bob Pullman fourth. Jeff Curl fifth.
5 is Stephen Brooks, my man. Comes home third. Big shout out to Allie and Kim. Kim, my biggest fan. Coming home second in the 10 wide across to Kentucky is Trent Young, but our winner is out of Plainfield, Illinois. Playboy rocking the top shelf where Dad hides the good books. How about it for 96 and Mike McKinney? Wow, what a show through 3 heats, Barry. Unbelievable racing action here early on. And we still got 1 more heat race to go. This feature, after they put a little moisture on it, is going to be fantastic here this evening.
Mike, I didn't know that they decided to hold the Casey's Modified Nationals here tonight. I thought this was just the Summit Racing Equipment America Modified Series, buddy. We're putting on a show for the fans. Hope you're enjoying it here tonight. Appreciate each and every one of you coming out here to Fairbury American Legion Speedway. Hope you're having a good time. I know I'm having a good time hanging out with the birthday guy, Mike Norris, here tonight. We got heat race number 4 rolling on the track. Heat race number 4 sponsored by Fuel Air Spark Technology.
851 Barry Barnes. Oh, caution still out. And ever so strong, Ray Bollinger in car number 77, set and ready to go. On the pole this year ago, Ray Bollinger, how about that stat for you? 100 races in a year, and he wins number 100 in the Dome a year ago. Here we go.
Green flag is out. We're underway here in Fuel Air Spark Technology heat race number 4. Down the backstretch they roll. Ray Bollinger, and here comes Jimmy Payne. Trouble. Got the caution out. Think race director Jeff Evans unhappy with that 3. Heading into 4. Looking for the green. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Ray Bollinger on the inside, Jimmy Payne on the outside. Brandon McDowell dives up into the 3rd spot, down the back straightaway. It's Jimmy Payne up top. Jimmy Payne takes the lead over Ray Bollinger. McKay Winger in 3rd, Brandon McDowell in 4th. Off the wall, over in turn 4, bouncing off the cushion is 68 of Jimmy Payne. Ray Bollinger now up top, takes the top spot. Jimmy Payne in 2nd, McKay Winger in 3rd. Alan Weiser dives to the inside, takes a peek to McKay Winger. They're 3 wide for the 2nd spot. It's Ray Bollinger, your leader. Down along the inside, McKay Winger. He's bringing Alan Weiser with him, and Jimmy Payne up on the top side. Brandon McDowell. Here comes Lucas Lee. Dives up to the inside of Brandon McDowell. Trouble over in turn 2. They get him lined back out. We're still racing. It's Ray Bollinger, your leader. Off the wall, hard over in turn 3. Alan Weiser keeps it together and drives it back off into turn 1. Lucas Lee from the back of the pack has worked his way up into the 4th and final transfer spot. It's Ray Bollinger, your leader. McKay Winger in 2nd. Jimmy Payne in 3rd. Lucas Lee from the back in 4th. Looks like the 25W may be having some handling issues now as he hit that wall. Looks like he got a flat right front on the 25W. Down the backstretch, heading for turn 3. It's Ray Bollinger, your leader. The 42 of McKay Winger, a good run in the 2nd spot. Lucas Lee dives to the inside of Jimmy Payne, takes the 3rd position. Lucas Lee on the move from the back, now up into the 3rd spot. The 25W pulls off, and the 18 of Brandon McDowell in the infield, but it's still the 77 of Ray Bollinger, your leader. He has checked out on this field, has about a 10-car length lead over the 42 of McKay Winger, the 12 of Lucas Lee, and the 68 of Jimmy Payne in the 4th and final transfer spot. Still Ray Bollinger running that top side, laying down some smooth laps here at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway tonight. Ray Bollinger in that good-looking 77 car has the lead. McKay Winger right along the Uke tires in 2nd. Lucas Lee now switches up to the top side, tries to gain some ground on McKay Winger in 2nd. Jimmy Payne is back in 4th. Then it's Jeff Leka and Peyton Harlow. Caution's out. Mike, I'm not sure that Ray Bollinger wanted to see that caution, as he had kind of opened up some links on the 42 of McKay Winger. We'll see what happens.
He's a threat as well. And we'll keep our eyes on the car number 68 at Jimmy Payne as well. Here we go, Barry.
We're back underway here in heat race number 4. Ray Bollinger on the top side, off to a good restart there. And down the backstretch, it's the 77 up top. Trouble coming out of turn 2, gets a little loose. McKay Winger takes a peek to the inside. Lucas Lee looks to split them as they come into 3. They're 3 wide coming down the front stretch. It's McKay Winger, Lucas Lee, Ray Bollinger. They're all right together. Bollinger on the top side. McKay Winger, Lucas Lee in between them. Down the back stretch they race. Ray Bollinger leader. McKay Winger back in 2nd. Lucas Lee in 3rd. Don't look now, but Jeff Leka snuck by Jimmy Payne for that 4th and final transfer spot as laps are winding down here in heat race number 4. 1 lap remains, 1 trip around the quarter mile here at Fairbury American Legion Speedway. It's Ray Bollinger, your leader. Lucas Lee and McKay Winger going at it for that 2nd spot. Ray Bollinger on the top side. Lucas Lee into 2nd. McKay Winger 3rd. Jeff Leka 4th. Checkered flag in the air for Ray Bollinger. Picks up Fuel Air Spark Technology heat race number 4. Lucas Lee from the back of the pack picks up 2nd. McKay Winger 3rd. And good run for Jeff Leka to pick up the 4th and final transfer spot here in heat race number 4.
Well, Leka's in the show. He was hot and bothered after that qualifying effort. One of the cars got loose in front of him, but he uses his racing skills to move himself all the way up to the 4th and final transfer spot. Good run for McKay Winger 3rd. 2nd up out Paris, Tennessee's Lucas Lee. And your winner, the FTO Incense Allgaier, all sponsor the 77 out of Kewanee. The biggest fan club here tonight. How about it for Ray Bollinger? stacked heat race winners.
We're going green this time by B main 12 laps, top two to the feature. We're underway. Jay Ledford on the inside, Danny Schwartz on the outside, bringing Casey Schrock with him. Right there in that fourth spot, that's Jason Hastings. Then it's Gary Bentley and Mark Grosvenor. Past the flag stand the first time. Side by side as they roll underneath the flag stand. It's the 7L of Jay Ledford. Danny Schwartz working down the top side, bringing Casey Schrock with him. Jason Hastings on the inside. They're 2 by 2 as they roll down the back straightaway. Jay Ledford, your leader. Danny Schwartz is right there in second. Casey Schrock coming up a closer third with Jason Hastings and Gary Bentley. 2 laps down, 10 laps remain here in B main number 1. Jay Ledford and Danny Schwartz still side by side as they roll down the back straightaway and head into turn 3. It's Jay Ledford the inside. Danny Schwartz banging the cushion, working on that top side. Casey Schrock trying to get a closer and get into that second and final transfer spot. Still side by side as they roll down the back straightaway. Jay Ledford up top. Danny Schwartz is right there. Casey Schrock thinks about a peak to go 3 wide as they roll underneath the flag stand, but it's still Jay Ledford hanging on. Danny Schwartz with a good run coming off of turn 2. Schwartz on the outside. Jay Ledford on the inside. Then it's Casey Schrock and Jason Hastings. Then it's Gary Bentley in 5th. 7 laps remain this time by. Danny Schwartz still running that top side and making it work. Jay Ledford in second. Casey Schrock is going to have to pass one of those two if he wants to get into this A-main coming up later on. It's still Ledford and Schwartz right there together. Casey Schrock still right there in third. Hastings in fourth. Down the backstretch they roll. It's Danny Schwartz and Jay Ledford still going at it here, but Casey Schrock is right there trying to get to that second and final transfer spot. Underneath the flag stand they roll. It's Jay Ledford, your leader. Danny Schwartz still right there. They're still side by side, and they have been for 7 laps. Casey Schrock takes the peak to the inside. Looks like trouble for the 21 of Danny Schwartz. Trouble for the 21 as he slows down the backstretch. That moves Casey Schrock into the second spot as Danny Schwartz makes a left-hand turn into the infield. 4 laps remain here in the Outpace Racing Products B main, and Jay Ledford has given him the slip. Casey Schrock is second. Jason Hastings in third. Up into fourth, that's Alan Stipp. 3 trips around the oval remain. It's still Jay Ledford up top. Casey Schrock a clear second. Jason Hastings in third. 2 laps remain. Jay Ledford, your leader. Casey Schrock second. Jason Hastings in third. Jay Ledford still with a clear lead as he rolls into 3. He'll be seeing the white flag this time by. Jay Ledford, your leader. Casey Schrock trying to hang on to that second and final transfer spot here in the Outpace Racing Products B main. Into 3, heading for turn 4. Looking for the checkered flag from Pontiac, Illinois. That's Jay Ledford. Outpace Racing Products B main number 1 winner is Jay Ledford, the 83 of Casey Schrock was second. Jason Hastings third. Alan Stipp fourth. Gary Bentley was 5th. 7 or 8 laps and some mechanical issues sidelined the 21 of Danny Schwartz. That allowed Casey Schrock to slip up into the second and final transfer spot. Once again, Casey Schrock locked in to the 30-lap A-Main 2000 to win coming up later on tonight. We've got one more B-Main left. It's Outpace Racing Products B-Main number 2. They'll line up like this, starting on the pole. From Fairbury, it'll be the 12 of Jeff Curl. Outside row 1 is the 45 of Kyle Hammer. Row 2, the 22 of Josh Harris, and the 68 of Jimmy Payne. Row 3, the 32 of Donovan Lodge, and the 155 of Peyton Harlow. Row 4 is the K9 of Will Krupp, the 2% of Nick Clubb. Payne coming up later on tonight. Jeff Curl and Kyle Hammer drive them off slowly over into 3. Head for turn 4, looking for the green. Green flag is out. We're underway in Outpace Racing Products B-Main number 2. Jeff Curl on the inside. Don't look now, but Donovan Lodge makes a dive to the inside, passes Josh Harris for the second spot. Here comes Jimmy Payne up into 4th. Blaze Melton looks to the inside of Kyle Hammer. Past the front stretch the first time. It's Jeff Curl in that 12 car, your leader. Donovan Lodge is right there in the second spot. Josh Harris on the outside makes a move as they roll down the back straightaway. It's Jeff Curl up top. Josh Harris on the high side with Donovan Lodge and Jimmy Payne up into fourth. Josh Harris working on the wheel, trying to get by that 12 car of Jeff Curl as they roll past the flag stand. 10 laps remain. It's Jeff Curl in that 12 on the inside, the 22 of Josh Harris on the outside. Donovan Lodge is right there in third. Jimmy Payne in fourth. Blaze Melton in fifth. They're side by side over into turn 4. Jeff Curl on the inside. Josh Harris with a run as they come out of turn 4. It's Josh Harris to the point. Josh Harris is your leader as they head down the back straightaway, but Jeff Curl is right there with him. They're side by side again as they roll down the back straightaway. It's Josh Harris and Jeff Curl battling it out for the top spot. Donovan Lodge is right there in third. Blaze Melton takes a peek to the inside of Jimmy Payne for the fourth spot. Josh Harris moves down a little bit, but Jeff Curl gets a run. It's Jeff Curl and Josh Harris. They're still side by side working on the wheel here in the Outpaced Racing Products B main. Still side by side underneath the flag stand. Jeff Curl in the 12 car, former track champion here at Fairbury American Legion Speedway. Josh Harris about a length, 2 lengths back in second. Donovan Lodge in third. Jimmy Payne in fourth. Past the front stretch they roll. It's Jeff Curl and Josh Harris putting on a show here in the Outpaced Racing Products B main. Curl to the inside, Harris to the outside. Down the back stretch they go. It's Jeff Curl up top. Josh Harris still alongside in second, working the high side. Curl to the low side. Harris upstairs, past the flag stand. It's still Curl, your leader. Josh Harris in second. They've got about 5 car lengths on the 32 of Donovan Lodge. 5 laps remain here in the Outpaced Racing Products B main number 2. It's still Jeff Curl and Josh Harris. Nothing separating those two as they roll past the grandstands here at Fairbury American Legion Speedway. 4 laps remain. Harris tries to get a run off of turn 2, but Jeff Curl is good on the bottom. It's Curl still battling it out with Josh Harris. Donovan Lodge third, Jimmy Payne in fourth. 3 laps remain here in the B main number 2. Battling it out for that top 2. It's it's Jeff Curl and Josh Harris. Still going at it here in the B main. Curl on the inside, Harris on the outside. They've been that way for about 10 laps now. 2 laps remain here in the B main. Still Curl on the inside, Harris on the outside. Donovan Lodge is going to have to do better if he wants to get to that second and final transfer spot. They'll see the white flag this time by Jeff Curl, still with a short lead. Josh Harris still on the outside, still working on the wheel. Curl on the inside, Harris on the outside. Down the back stretch they roll the final time. Jeff Curl gets a little bit of a lead. Coming up on the lap car of Cooper, it's still Curl on the inside. Josh Harris with one final run on the outside. Jeff Curl picks up B main number 2 here tonight. Josh Harris was second. Donovan Lodge was third. And Jimmy Payne was fourth. Terribly. And our 2 Summit Racing Equipment American Modified Series provisional as well. We'll have 24 cars set to go in the A main coming up later on tonight. 30 laps here at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway. Some of the best modified drivers in the country. I know I'm looking forward to it, and I know my buddy Mike Norris is looking forward to it too.
Tell you what, B squared, what a run for the Quiet Riot, Jeff Curl. I tell you what, we saw 4 heat races and 2 preliminary races, and I can't think of one that was not good. But that was unbelievable. 6 preliminary races for the American Modified Series here tonight, and every gosh darn one of them was great racing.